friends.
Hey!
I should move that over.
You just asked me if it was straight. You didn't tell me. Well, you're always worried about the kitchen. And you got a little bit over
Yeah,
there.
I guess I'm going to zoom in anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I'll do this. I'll push over a little bit. How's that?
Be a pushover.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing good. How was your week?
We're in the holiday season.
Yeah.
How's yours?
Mine's doing good. I'm still going. I'm still alive. Can't complain. This is the time of season. Like, okay, real quick. In your business, in my business, everyone wants Christmas, like the day before Christmas. Like,
yeah, I'm fully booked up. I've been fully booked up for a month now.
No, nobody wants now.
No, I've been fully booked the day before.
Right, like everybody wants then. They don't want now, at all. And that's the part.
Last week was horrible.
Yeah, like I feel like
horrible. Nobody wanted me because
like
they wanted it all before Thanksgiving.
Right before, yeah, like it's always right before the holiday.
Yep.
So you have literally nobody in for like 2 weeks, and then like a week, maybe 2 weeks, a week before, everyone's like now, and now you're like doing 1,000 instead of just doing your normal like.
Right.
You're trying to squeeze people in.
Right.
So it's like that.
It's like, do you have any time for me?
Like,
no, I really don't.
feel like you're sitting waiting for the doom days to happen. Like you're just like, oh, I Seinfeld them. That big windstorm we had.
Your Seinfeld?
Yeah, Seinfeld. Because everything else can't.
Right. Why not?
Why not?
Maybe it's a sign.
It's like, it is a sign. It is a sign.
The sign's like, time's up. Fix me now, bitch.
I was like, what the? I gotta complain to the guy who made it.
My dad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm only kidding.
You should. Let's see what he says.
No.
Dad?
No.
The sign is representing how tired you are.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. I'm going to start off with this amazing story, first of all. Oh, Shiva.
Sign, if you can't see me, then we don't exist anymore.
You laugh? There's so many customers that have, like, stopped, like, has come in and been like, oh, we thought you closed. Well, like, the sign fell down, like, 2 days ago.
Right.
Well, yeah, we thought you closed. That's why I was like, you made an appointment. Why would you think we just pack everything? I mean, is that what people do?
Why
just
wouldn't you
pack
call?
Up and just leave?
Yeah.
You're like, we're out.
I guess so.
It's like, what did you? What are you supposed to put? Like, I need to stand out there and be like, we're still here. We're still here.
You sound like the wacky inflatable.
I'll do the dance.
It's a dog.
Okay, I have to tell this
Just
story.
anal beads.
Okay, no, I got something even better. Okay.
Okay, can't wait. I've been waiting for the story the whole time. I was
know,
like, he's like, I have to tell you a story. I'm like, wait,
I know,
is it for the
so
podcast?
Good. This is so good. And by the way, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, so be prepared.
It was nice knowing you.
Yes, thank you. So, as everyone knows, we have game night with my parents, so the boss and I.
Still haven't been invited.
You wish you were invited for this one. We're sitting there, and the boss makes glitter. Doesn't make glitter, but makes that like glitter with the aloe that you put on yourself that you can wash right off. Yeah. Oh my god!
Spreadable glitter.
No, you don't understand. That I put that in my beard, and the next day I was like, "This glitter's not going to come off." Because glitter never does.
Well, glitter is the herpes of all art
It does, but this aloe, it comes right off in the shower. Like
the aloe's fine.
No, but
glitter?
it makes it come off the glitter.
Oh, the glitter comes right off
with the aloe and the stuff that she mix it with. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay. So she went out and bought all these new glitter things, all different to make all this stuff. The glitter. What do you call it? Gel? I don't know. Body lotion stuff.
Body.
I don't want to call it lotion because it's not. It's aloe. So she does, and so she talks about we got an X-rated kind with penises. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
where do I buy?
So Ashley's already.
I have a bachelor party coming up.
So so the boss Shannon's telling my mom, and she says, "You know what? I need Brian." And I go, "Oh, why couldn't I do it?" And my mom's like looking at Shannon and going, "Why would you want to put I'm confused. Why would you
Oh,
want
no.
Brian? And I'm like, well, you know, for penis glitter, it makes sense. I mean, he's he's a gay man, and
Yeah.
I would imagine straight women, gay men would wear glitter, like, you know, that type of glitter. Makes sense, right? One plus. She goes, yeah, but but why are you going to put glitter on his penis? And I'm like,
I knew that's where that was going.
Looks at me, and I look at Shannon, and I'm like, wait a minute, what now? You're gonna put what? Where?
She looks at me, and I look at her.
It was like this moment where my mom's just like just
We're not on the same
straight
book.
face, like just a straight face, and I'm looking at her like, why in God's name do you think we need to invite? Why would we make glitter and then have him like model it on his penis?
Because he would.
I know he would, and that would made me laugh even more because I know Brian and I know what kind of person he is. He's very flamboyant / confident in himself, which is I love that about him. But it's like I'm like, but she's not picturing not yet. That it's penis
sparkles
glitters, like the glitter. The glitter is penises,
right?
And not
Peni.
glitter. Peni. Is that what you say?
I love that word.
And I'm going, Mom, wait a minute. And she's like, well, why wouldn't you be the model? Wouldn't she feel more comfortable putting it on you? And I'm like, stop. And my dad...
It's just moving glitter. That's gonna hurt. It's like sandpaper.
It's aloe. No sunburns. So I'm looking at her and my dad, as classic as he is, Georgette, it's glitter shaped like penises, not glitter for your penis. Oh my God, I thought you were gonna die. She was like, oh my God. All night, I was like, I kept saying, you sure I can't be the model for the penis glitter? Is there something you want to say to me, Shannon, that you want to put on?
Am I too small?
Is it a thing?
Is it the girth?
I was
the
like,
length.
oh my gosh. So all night she just kept being like, and then, so she's making it up. Like, so she's on the phone with me and she's making it up. And then the next morning she's like, I woke up with a green penis on my leg. And I went, excuse you?
The Grinch?
She says, no, I the glitter. There's a piece of glitter on my leg. I was like, oh, phew. I was like, you need to get checked out if it's green. Can't be too healthy.
Tell the Grinch to stay away.
Oh, man. The red one was Max. The lipstick one. The lipstick-shaped one. Anyone who owns a dog knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God.
So...
I love Georgette so much.
That is my game night.
I want to be part of game night. It's going to be like the most boring game night when I actually get invited.
It can't be, but somehow it always goes to a moment. And it's so classic because it always goes to a moment where my mom... Like, I love my mom, but she's always on...
What game were you playing?
We were playing dominoes.
This is a great dominoes game.
My mom is
It all went downhill.
My mom is always at A or she's at Z. And we're always on the opposite side. Doesn't matter what it is.
You guys are in different books.
All the time. Always the time when you go, what? What? And of course, like I'm telling the story, but there was a little more talk in there. There was like way more talking before we all realized
what she
that
was
she
picturing.
Now, in all defense, now I'm going to tell you this. 2 years ago, the big thing to do was to glitter your dog's testicles. I swear to God. Like
Did
gold,
you do it?
red, and green. No, we didn't do that. No.
No, you just
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Anal socks.
you know, sex.
Socks. Don't start.
If you know, you know. That's so gross.
If you know that joke, you know that joke. You've been here long enough. Only Ashley, if you haven't heard that one, you need to go back to some of the beginnings. But I was like, what is going on? And then And then Saturday, because that was on Friday, and Saturday we went to Roger Williams, the Festival of Lights, and that was nice. That was really nice. My parents were all loving. I love it to like
An extent.
yeah. There's some things I go ooh I literally hate. I love the event. I hate everybody that's in it.
Yeah.
Because again, this is how it works for me. Like I'm always that person that stays on one side of the road. Even I know I can walk right down the middle. I stand on one side of the road, and if I stop on that side of the road, or I go to the other side of the road and I try to take a picture, and I'm okay. Like wherever I'm taking, I know that I'm
On your flip phone?
on my flip phone. No,
Yeah.
no, but
Yeah.
like that's how I always think.
Yeah.
Like I'm always thinking of everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody else does
it.
that.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many. This is actually going to go into some of my topic that I want to talk about tonight because this hurts my brain. But like how many like families that have push things, like carriages that don't have their kids in and they're running around and mommy's trying to be like a whatever, or I love the mother that's like, for example, Joey, look at this. Stand next to this, Joey, stand next to this. No, come over here. Stop playing that puddle. Come over. Come here. And the kid has zero interest staying next to whatever they want him to stand next to. And they keep picking up the kid because they're small enough to be picked up.
Yeah.
Put in front of, let's just say Santa Claus, like a picture of Santa. And they're running back to the puddle. And the second she walks away, and I'm like, let it go.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's done.
Nope.
Yeah.
We have to stand there because we can't walk by him because the husband sits there and takes up the aisle with the thing and he does that whole like peacocks himself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they they make themselves bigger for some reason, like spread their I don't even know what they do. They like become like they're just like, hey, can't pass. Seat taken.
None shall pass.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I understand this is a cute moment. I understand you want to take a picture with your child. I had kids. I get it. Mm-hmm. You let people go, then stop the next crew. No. This guy was determined his wife's going, and then the aunt's like, oh, he wants to be with his favorite aunt. That's the problem. Where's the aunt? Oh, she's a little bit further. Oh, can you run, go get him, and come back? I'm like, why am I part of this? Did you just hear what I just said? Yeah. That's how close I am.
You're like, I'm the favorite aunt.
I'm taking the picture with the kid. Just take the goddamn picture. Sit here and be good. He went, oh, he's a stranger. Smile. Act like you like it. Okay, Ashley is a teacher. So I wish she was actually here because this would have been like a great topic to ask her. Okay, so I have some questions for you, Ashley.
This is a interactive.
Yeah, Okay, so my thing is I was reading and was told, did you hear, okay, that there's a school, and I won't say where because I'm trying to be a little PC, that they're fighting, parents are fighting to put kitty litter into the classroom because there's a child that identifies themselves as a cat.
Meow.
Okay, so first of all, I understand right now, I'm not a boomer. Before someone calls me a boomer, I'm not a boomer. But I understand I am not in your generation. So I try very hard to be understanding of things. Because the he's, she's, theys, even though I try to be correct, I still get in trouble. Because I asked somebody if I should call them a he. I'm a gay woman. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's my lunch money.
You're doomed if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah. So I have a question because it burns my head. So I try to be very accepting about people who want to be something else. Okay? Mm-hmm. Also found out, just on top of this, that there are kids in the middle school locally that identify as furries. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I don't know what a child furry is, but I know what an adult furry is. Okay? So I'm gonna say I assume that we identify as an animal because the adults we're on adult thing. That's when you dress up like a dog or a cat and you have sex like a dog and a cat or an animal.
Yeah.
That's what a furry is. So I don't think 6th graders are doing that in their class. And if they are,
I hope not.
And if they are, where was that when I was 6th grade? I'm furry. So here's my thing. They're fighting to put kitty litter in the classroom. Here's my logic. If your child identifies as an animal, what is he doing in school?
It's gonna be a smart kitty.
Because if you're a cat and you want to identify a cat, you need to neuter him, you need to spade him, whatever that boy or girl.
Both.
If you can do both, then hey, you can do both. Like, hey, I'm not judging here.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe declaw them. Put a collar
Kind of frowned
on them.
upon these days, so probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. Probably get them, a kitty litter box, and let
Take 'em
them
to the
eat,
vet.
Let them eat, sleep, and take them to the doctor when you have to. Obviously, not a vet, but you go to the real doctor because it's not. She just identifies as one, and or him or they.
Would you take him to the vet?
No.
Or would you take him to the doctor?
You take him to the doctor because it'd be the same
But
thing.
you want to
'cause-
take your cat to the doctor.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, and you're not
Is
going
that-
to be wearing clothes either. The kid's going to be walking around butt naked. No, see, it's like as soon as I say that, a parent's going to say, "Oh, that's too far." No, that's what a cat does. Like I see 2 cats here, and that's what I see them do. I basically see them eat, sleep, a lot of sleeping, and basically crapping and pissing. That's what your kid's doing. So why do they have to be in class? Why are they interrupting class? If your kid is identifying as an animal, why are they in class? Like, but isn't that what it's supposed to be?
I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one.
But I know, but you're young like me, and it's like, no. They just identify as one. They just identify. No. If you identify as one, that's what you want to be treated like. That's what I've been taught. I've been taught
Right.
if you're a she and you're a he and you want to be known as a he, I'm supposed to respect that and call you he and do all the right words. So if you're a cat, or even better, if you're a dog, go outside, shit in the yard, come back, we'll feed you, lay up in the bed, and you're good. Like, it's the end of time.
It's sounding better and better every day.
I mean, I'm not
Everywhere.
I'm not knocking the life.
Right.
Like, that sounds good to me.
Right.
Yeah. Only bad part is you only live so many years and you're out. You know.
What's bad about that?
Yeah. My point.
I'm still not seeing the problem.
My point is that I don't like. Why do we need the kitty litter in the thing? Like, how is that possibly going to be okay?
Why would it be in the classroom? Why wouldn't it be in the bathroom?
Well, it's a cat.
Okay,
Again-
you keep your
Yeah, even if it's in the bathroom. Okay, so it's just for the sake of saying it's in the
Right.
corner of the bathroom. Are you okay to walk into your class?
It's got its own stall.
Now, whatever grade you're in, I don't care what grade you're in. If you want to be from kindergarten, because small kids dress up. Like my daughter came down dressed up as Spider-Man. I said, "Go upstairs and change. You're not going as Spider-Man." She came down as a princess. You're not going to a princess. Change. Like Halloween, yeah, she dressed up all that.
Yeah.
Right? And I get it. Like I get this. Like I'm not trying to be this old Scroogey guy, like that doesn't understand the bigger picture of life. Here.
Actually, what's your take?
Yeah, Ashley, what's your take on this? Is this legit? Because I've heard they identify, but this is in middle school with the furries, which
Yeah.
I don't understand. Because if you're an animal, then what the heck are you in the thing for? Like, do you walk around and act like an animal? If you
I don't know.
identify as something, aren't you it?
I mean, I would think so, but I don't know how that would work, like government wise, because your kid's supposed to go to school.
Well, if
But I guess if you're not identifying as a kid, you're identifying as a cat, then how do you prove that?
okay, this is what I'm coming.
That's what I'm.
But,
I'm trying to
then
ask.
what kind of balls do you have? And I'm gonna say like, and you
Right.
can make fun of me. What kind of balls do you have to turn around and say, "Oh no, you have to go to school. It is a child. You can identify it as a cat or a dog, but we're gonna put but." I need kitty litter, and the in the school for my kid to go to the bathroom. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if the kitty litter's too far, then I shouldn't be what I just say too far. Then.
No, I'm not saying it.
No, but
I'm on your side. Like, I'm fully on your side. I'm trying to see the other side.
well, cause I only say this because you're, again, I know I always bring this up, but you're younger than me, and we always talk about respecting people's wishes of what they want to be, and we talked about that. I have a hard time when I'm supposed to say they or like, and you're like, just say their names, you know,
Yeah.
like just instead of saying she or he or they went out, just say Sue went out or Bill went out, like, and that's easy, whatever name that they have.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. That does help a lot. But in this case, when I've heard about these furries / cats, and then they want to put kitty litter, they want to be, so if you are that far, so what does the kid do? Come home and play with the, and I'm being dead serious, play with yarn?
I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, where does the line stop?
I don't know.
Because even the guys, and I say men because a lot of men do this, dress up like babies, and they have that weird fetish. They still dress up like human beings and go to work,
yeah.
and then come home, and then they have their fetish. If you understand what I mean by that.
Right.
Like, they know they still have to go live in the real world, and I'm not trying to be rude to anyone, but that's the real world. I don't know if she wrote yet.
Nope. She doesn't care.
She's like, nope.
Like, I'm not touching that one. Not publicly.
I don't know, Ashley. I don't know how I could handle being like having a cat in your. Now I'm being serious. So let's just say it's a second grader. I'm just whatever. I don't care. You can say fifth. You can say whatever magic number you want to put there. This kid comes up and meows you. Well,
So when it comes to presentation time, they don't want to do it. Do you just call them pussy? And it's like, oh.
well, I just want to know if it's a dog. Do you have to let him out? Do you have to let him out and
Does
he
somebody
runs
have to-
around and
right.
sniffs and then runs around, sniffs, runs around, and then
Licks
finally
its butt,
goes?
like, you know.
Like, these are really funny things, and I know there can be like, you're right, you're being really funny about this, like, but yet in my head I'm thinking like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
where does the line stop? And listen, I feel, and this is me, and I know I'm going to be called a boomer even though I'm not a boomer, and that annoys me when I'm called a boomer, but it always amazes me how everyone wants their thing, but they don't want it too far to take away what's good for them. See, acting like a cat and then pooping in the thing gets you attention, but at the end of the day, you know, they still want you in school. Like, you're not home being a cat. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not good.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be an animal, you know, like,
Don't we all?
like, I want to identify as a lion. I want to identify as a, okay, then go to Africa and you know, get naked and start running with cats. And you know what? I hope you find food. I hope you can kill a zebra.
Did the kid watch, like, Tarzan one day and just like, yep, I'm a cat? If he can be a gorilla, then I can be a cat.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, this is how I feel about this, and this is my opinion because I've had kids. Okay.
Exit chat. She said exit chat.
She's like, I'm just drinking. We've all had kids who, like, I had Marin went through a phase where she was always a train. Like, you know, she was Thomas the Train, like one of the Thomas. I'm Percy.
I'm a train too.
I'm a train.
A train
you know,
wreck.
Like, yeah, like always something. Or, you know, I remember we bought her that lion thing, and she was like, I'm a lion, I'm a tiger, I'm a, you know, and she would kind of play it out.
Yeah.
And you just go, you know, oh, I'm scared. But
Yeah.
that was pretend time.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes you did pretend time at the table. I'm a lion. You
Yeah.
know, and you're going, yeah.
Get
well,
some to eat, you
yeah,
know.
you get something to eat and whatever. And there's a, okay, honey, you know, time to put your pajamas on. You don't,
Right.
like, there's always a point. And I feel like this generation doesn't want to hurt their children, which is, I guess, okay. But then where did it stop? Like, where does it stop? Like, I can't imagine at all, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if I'm in the bathroom, I don't care if I'm in class and there's a kid who's pulling up their cat costume or pants, pulling down and pooping in the kitty litter in the bathroom when I'm trying to go to the bathroom, and or something like I can't imagine it. Like I can't fathom like this is, and you're like, well, that's because you're closed-minded. No, I can't imagine a cat in the room pooping and a bunch of kids looking at that. I would imagine I'd be laughing if I was that age because you're immature. Because you're a kid. Like, that's how I think. And everyone would be laughing like, oh, my God. And then what is the kid going to bury it? Like, you know, see? Yeah. Here we go. Like, it starts this whole thing. Where does it stop? Just like, okay, we're going to talk about this. This is the next thing. Because of this damn light thing. I saw a 10-year-old. This kid had to be 10. Or the biggest 10-year-old. He was fine. And I say he was fine because he had gotten out of the thing and he was doing his thing. If you know, and he.
What are we talking about? Got out of what?
Got out of a carrier.
A shopping cart.
Not a shopping cart. What is it called?
Stroller.
A stroller. And I'm like, okay. And you know, and of course, you know when you're in a crowd, you're always with the same people for a little bit.
Yeah.
Until certain angles, and then everyone.
You can finally get around them.
And then all of a sudden, you're with the new group.
Yeah.
But this one kid, I kept being like, why is this kid in a stroller? And the kid kept coming out and he was talking fine. And I'm not trying to say there was something wrong with him because I don't think there was anything wrong with him. And then I kept seeing I saw another kid, big kid in a stroller. And I'm going, why is all these big kids in a stroller? My kid, the second she was able to walk, she would hold on to my pinky. And we would walk the mall and it would take us 3 hours. Because she was so little, and I never rushed. Like, it was all a little. She goes, well, how can you walk so slow? Because she slept the best she ever slept. Because she'd be so tired from walking. Mm-hmm. And I never picked her up after that. As soon as she took her first step, I never picked her up. Unless she hurt herself, she fell something, or, like, we're in a pool or something. Because I picked her up in the pool and, like, joked around.
You just let her drown.
Yeah.
You got it. You're fine. You can walk, you can swim.
Oh, no, you're one of those kids, huh? Man, need to make another one. This one's affected, kids.
Don't see anything here.
Your mom's like,
you
know your daughter's in the bottom of the pool? It's fine.
She's fine.
We can't believe how good she's holding her breath. I can't even see her
She's
anymore.
Floating.
She's the same color as the bottom of the pool. Blue. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's because of who I am or the way I was brought up, but I was always taught, teach our kids what they're going to need to do for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And I go to the store, Walmart, classic. I swear to God, I see teenagers who jump in and their mom pushes them around, and I'll go, get the kid out. I'm older. You push me. Like, yeah. What is up? Like, the mom should be inside and the kid should be pushing it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, no, I see that. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily do what you did with Marin. Like, yeah, I bet it put her to sleep, but I mean, I don't know.
No, okay.
I think there's like
at 10, do you think she still needs to be in a stroller?
No.
Well, that's wrong. There is a line.
No. Yeah.
I get it. Okay, so if you want to do it 5, you want to do it 6.
Right.
That's fine. But there is
Ashley, how long were you in the stroller?
Just got out last week.
Well, we used to sit 3 in the stroller for a 1-seater.
It's more like a push over. No, it's my turn. No, it's my turn. I know your parents. We're just buying one. We're only buying 1-seater. Why? We're gonna survival of the fittest. Whoever's the strongest.
We have pictures of all 3 of us in it.
It's like not even buckled. They're like one kid's legs getting dragged because she's trying to hold on.
Well, they would put it down so that it would be flat, and then Ashley would sit in the back, and then me, and then Sammy in the front because she was a baby. Like, she should be the only one in that.
The wheels are like, it's all like all out. Your mom's like, she can't even go over bumps. It's like all like the axles are broken. It's just getting worn down through the years. What happened to the thing? It's like
I think I still have it.
It's just the handle now. It's been worn. I can't. Oh,
You were in that stroller for too long.
yeah. See, I can't. No way. No way. I couldn't do that.
You know when they finally got a double stroller? When we were out of stroller.
That was for the alcohol. We didn't want to spill the alcohol. I was like, yes. Most people get a wagon. They're like, double stroller.
We were trick-or-treating, and my sister-in-law was like, aren't we supposed to be drinking as they walk around? I'm like, yeah, we forgot our drinks.
Worst Halloween ever.
Well, I mean, she wouldn't have been able to do much drinking anyways, because
No.
Thomas was up and down like
Yeah.
8,000 times.
Yeah. Oh, no.
There were too many of us to track. They couldn't just let one loose.
Survival of the fittest. I'll tell
Right.
you right now. Just let them go. Whoever came back was meant to live.
Well, and then when Sammy wouldn't be in the stroller, like old enough to like walk around and stuff,
Right,
like we didn't have stroller anymore.
right.
She'd walk into every fucking sign.
Oh.
Like, Sammy, come on.
No, my kid, my mom will actually, I'm surprised she's not on, but my mom will say this. Marin went through a bad thing of touching.
I had to touch
Is
everything.
really touching everything. And I'd be like, Marin, please stop touching. Marin, please stop touching. And her mom was very like, don't touch.
Mm-hmm.
And we would yell at her, don't touch.
We'd lose her. Yeah, we would lose her a lot. She's a wanderer.
And literally, I'm not joking. You know the annoying kid that smashes his head because he's been yelling and running around the store, and he smashes his head, and you're like a little piece of you going,
Told you.
like you.
Yeah.
So I had that moment with my daughter. My daughter keeps touching things. I keep, Marin, stop touching things. Marin, stop touching things. Marin, and I'm smacking her hand, but I'm not. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm making a sound for the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not beating my kid, but I'm like, and she's just, but, let me tell you, my kid's just like, yep, okay, I'm
Yeah.
scared. I'm like, you're going to get punished. I swear, I'm doing all the lame things because I'm like trying not to
Yeah.
lose it at Walmart. Actually, no, we're not even Walmart. We're at a grocery store.
Yeah.
And she touches a can, and the can falls off and hits her toe. I mean, so bad that she bruises the toe. Like, she has like a blood blister in her toe.
Yeah.
And she's little. And and first thing I say to her, say, this is why I tell you not to touch anything. I swear to God. And she's like, oh, my God. I'm like, I don't want, no words. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. You did this to you. It was like that one day. I was like, thank you, God. Thank you for working with me. Never touched anything ever again. Like, she would be like, I would say, remember that can? Because she was real
Yeah.
little.
Remember when she used to lick the windows? McDonald's.
Oh, God, was she? Oh.
She's so special.
When I say my daughter was a savage, she was a savage. My kid, no matter what I did, my mom would say, don't you know how to eat?
She's
Yes,
wild.
I try to practice with her, but she's like... I'd be like, oh.
God forbid there was pickles on there.
Oh, my God, if anything. Oh. My kid was weird. She went through that whole... Couldn't eat anything to a point of, like, could not eat anything. Like, she was like, I'll eat this, I'll eat this, I'll eat... I'm like, you can't mix that all together. I don't feel good. I'm like...
No shit.
What was it? Oh yeah, this is the best day of my life. See, I love life lessons because that's how I learned.
Yeah.
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Like, so as a parent, I would let life lessons happen, and I would sit back, and I say, whoever's in charge up there, if there is, thank you, because you just made my job easier. So we had come back from a Super Bowl party.
Oh my God, the story. Yep.
And, you know those big platters of vegetables?
Yeah.
Those big ones. And it has like the dip in the middle. The ranch. So my daughter decides to say, I'm going to eat healthy. And I want, because, they offered anything we wanted. She goes, I want that. And I said, okay, hey, you know what? Broccoli, tomatoes, like what? Carrots, celery. What? You're not going to say no to that. Like, not for your kid, right?
Right.
Oh, 100%. You can take that, Marin. 100%. All right, thinking like, okay, we got about maybe 2 or 3 days with it. 3's pushing it, but, 2 days before the vegetables start. Certain vegetables go bad.
Yeah.
Tomatoes will last a little longer, whatever. All of a sudden, she comes out of her room, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, what is that? She goes, oh, I'm just throwing away garbage. And so it makes that crinkling, like you know what I'm talking about, that
Yeah.
plastic crinkle noise that nothing else makes except cake containers, obviously vegetable containers,
Fruit platter.
fruit platter, like you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know that crunching sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's not soft, but it's not hard.
Yeah,
either.
yeah. It just does that little plastic crinkle,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, what did we get that's in this? Because my brain's not, you know. And I'm like, in the garbage. Actually, I was convinced she had eaten 3 kinds of vegetables and like threw the rest away. And I was going to be mad because I was going to say to her, hey, there's other people in the house. We might want to eat A, B, C. I go and I swear on everything that's good in this world. I swear on both my kids' souls. I swear on everything I own. There is like 3 things left in this thing. Like 3
pieces
like
left.
pieces. Like there was like a tomato, like a cauliflower. Like that's it. I was like, oh. So I open up the fridge thinking, did she
put it in
put
the
it
container?
all into another container? 'Cause my kid's like that. She wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, this is middle school, so she's not a baby. So I'm like, you know, open the fridge. I don't see nothing. So I go in there. I'm like, hey, Marin. She's like, yeah. I was like, what happened to all the things? And she's like, I ate them. And I said to her, you what? The whole thing?
It's a big salad.
Right? And she goes, yeah, it was fine. I'm fine. So I walk out. I go sit down. I feel like my ass touches the chair. And I hear, Dad. And by the time I walk to her room, there is... Okay, I'm going to show here. Like a pile, like this big. Like, I'm not joking. Like a pile of this big right outside of her. Like her bed's here. It's like right on the floor. Just like she's just like blah, 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 blah. It was like The Exorcist, like just pea soup, but it wasn't pea soup. It was. I was like you could see, like, you know, it's like, oh, there's a carrot chip. Oh, there's there's the broccoli. Did you even chew that?
The whole broccoli is
the
whole tree.
You're laughing, but it was like that. I was like, there wasn't even stomach acid. Like, you know how usually it has at first that really, like, it didn't happen.
Well, because it didn't digest enough.
And it, like, on the floor, it's just like, I don't feel good, Dad. I'm like, yeah, because normal people don't eat a tray of food for 30. And of course, I'm annoyed. Like, now I have to pick up, so I have to.
You didn't make her do it?
No, I cleaned it because I was nasty, though. I have to admit, no, I was nasty to her. Because I was like, really, Marin? Listen, I know I'm fat. I know you're fat, but I don't eat 30, you know, a tray for 30 people.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Marin. Like, and I'm really mad. She's like, oh, I feel good. I feel good. Like, you know, now she's like, feel bad for me. And I'm like, oh no, I do not feel bad for you. Like, if you want to, you know, like this, but I was eating healthy. No. You were eating a farm. Like, you went to
farm stand.
You went to old McDonald's farm and just ate everything. Like, nothing left. Like, you were better off just going in the field.
You ate old McDonald's.
Like, there's a pig somewhere going, yeah, I wouldn't even eat that much. Like, there's somebody out there going, that's too far. I am cleaning this, and she's like, and of course, now she's really crying. I'm really mad. And of course, she's in middle school, so I believe she's in, like, 5th grade. And of course, she has the classic 5th grade girl bedroom, which means the more I had to clean, the more I start to really notice there's, like, this shoved in the corner, this shoved here, this shoved here, and of course, then the big garbage bag comes out, because then you start that cleaning, like, like...
Well, I may as well get this.
Well,
I may as well get this.
When did you have this? You know, when did this get in your room? You know? And she's just like...
It's Shannon vibrator.
No, that wasn't in there.
Not yet. I wanted a back massage.
Oh no, I was just like, oh. And then, so I'm yelling at her. I'm like, that's it. You're going to school next day. I don't want to hear, because it's Sunday. You know, like, why she would eat? Now, mind you, see, this is the part people forget.
Super Bowl Sunday.
We had eaten
Yeah.
already at Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
This is her that night.
She needed a little snacky snack.
30 people.
Well, it's like eating the whole bag of chips. You don't mean to do it, but you did.
A bag of chips has less food than this friggin' party tray of vegetables had. We are sitting there.
Oh, Shannon decided to join us. Hi,
She
Shannon.
is like, oh God, and of course, I believe Shannon's on the phone while I'm. And
No, she's on
like,
the live.
Like no, she's on the
Yeah.
phone with me going. I think you got to go. Bye. Because like my vein is going through the phone.
Yeah.
She can hear.
Yeah, she saw it from the
Yeah,
side.
she was like, your brain's about to explode.
Yeah.
Next day, she says to me, I can't go to school. Oh, why can't you go to school? I have diarrhea very badly. I was like, probably all the water from because you don't
Yeah.
think about
The water content.
all the water that's
Mm-hmm.
in a carrot, cucumbers,
Yeah.
tomatoes, and she must have sat on that toilet every day,
All day?
every time. Yeah, it came out
Yeah.
this way and it came out that way. She said, "I will never overeat again." And there was a few times later in life where she would eat, and I'd be like, "Oh, Marin, I wouldn't eat too many of those slices." Remember what happened with the veggie tray? And she would literally like go back and like put down the food and being like, "Yeah, I'm good on that." And actually, she started because of that. She actually started losing weight because then I would say, "You really need to." No, I don't. It would actually scare her to not overeat. And my kid ate. Trust
Yeah.
me, she didn't go hungry, but she just, it would stop her from eating 20 cookies. She would just have like 3 and be like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'll wait till a little bit later. I'll let that digest and see how I feel. Then I'll pick something."
Can't relate.
I think you didn't have you ate too much or something.
I would just stop eating that one thing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No, I have that with alcohol. I think everyone has that one drink that it's your first night drinking. Mine was Screwballs.
See, when
She's like,
I drank Malibu Pineapple, and that was too much. But that's my party drink, so that way I only ruin one drink.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Because then I start ruining other things. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I gonna drink now?
Oh no! See, I was a champ. I got sick on that. I got sick on other things.
Yeah.
But I never got sick on one thing.
Mm.
When I was in high school, was again we talk about. In my day, we used to have a mother who you'd drop off your keys, went upstairs, and then you could drink. But we only could get the alcohol we got, and of course, being underage, you only got what you could get, if that makes sense.
Right.
And there was no, like, oh well, I don't want to drink this. There was no being picky. You just drank it. You sucked it up.
Yeah.
And he had the very first time we had got I don't know how we got it, but we got a bottle of Absolute. And so
Oof.
we thought like, screwdrivers, right? Orange juice. Everyone has orange juice. Like, I feel like everyone had orange. So we go in the refrigerator and there's a big thing of orange juice. And we're all like, yeah, like this is it. So we're making them and I have to admit, we're all drinking it. And we're making them strong, but really not, like when I think about it, it really wasn't that strong. But for us,
Right, because
you would just taste it, just a little. So you just be like, "Oh, there's something in there." Like you know what I mean? But it wasn't like as an adult. Like now, if I drink it, I'd just be like, "You could put a little more in there."
Right.
Like,
Is this orange juice? So you put something in it.
Yeah, like give me a little something special on this.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, we're drinking, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is so easy. I could do like, why do adults have problems with this?" Now this isn't my first time drinking. But this is my first time drinking a mixed drink.
Mm-hmm.
See, I always drank like shots of things that you would feel like,
Right.
So this is my first time having a mixed drink. And so I was like, a mixed drink? Wow, whiskey burns when it goes down. This is orange juice. And I don't even care for orange juice, but it was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
All 3 of us by the end of the night was like, we're all one's in the tub, one.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was just a mess. It was just like, ugh.
Was the same one as the ghost story? Who threw up on Grandpa?
No. That wasn't. It's the same kids though. It's the same kids, but wasn't the actually the exact same kids. The the other two kids that we were like, yeah, we're gonna do this. This is amazing. This is great.
Yeah.
And the big thing was, you know how they tell you, oh, make sure you eat.
Yeah.
At that time, and then I'm really gonna age myself here, but IHOP used to be where Applebee used to be in Newport, or actually Middletown. Yeah, it's Middletown. And they used to have this buffet, breakfast buffet. So you would go and you would drop like, I believe it was like $6. Now, mind you, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like back then, I mean,
Right.
Big Mac wasn't even $5 back then. It was like
$1.
No, it was 3 something. But I remember it was like $6, and I remember we went to the thing. So we're eating, and like, oh yeah, well we're gonna go drink, so we're gonna make sure we have a nice filled tummy. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Because literally, like, we had eggs and everything coming back up, and it was like, we had one friend who, because someone was already in the bathroom, and someone was already like on the toilet, and someone was like in the tub getting sick, that he actually he actually went in the kitchen and grabbed, you know, those cake holders. He just getting sick in a cake holder.
We had a puke bucket.
Yeah.
A puke bowl.
Yeah. And he's just like,
that my mom also served chips in for parties.
best chips ever.
She didn't clean it, don't worry.
Never coming to your house.
She got rid of them.
She burnt
It was always a white bowl.
Yeah, I know. And I remember,
I feel like every mom did that.
Yeah, I had that. I was like that little kid, like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like that. Or I was the classic of, my dad would put the bucket here, and I'd be here, and I'd puke. I would always puke, like, right there. And my dad goes, the bucket is right here. Like, and I'd be like, what? Or I would just make the bathroom. Oh, I was the king of that. Like, I'd be in the bathroom, touch the thing, and blah. I was like, 2 more steps, Niles. Oh, my dad was so big on that. I was like, my dad would be like,
Mommy, I throwed up.
my mom would get mad.
The vomit popcorn bowl, yes.
There you go.
Probably from the dollar store.
I don't remember having a dollar store when I was a kid. Like, I don't remember ever seeing a dollar store when I was little. No, I don't think there was. I'm sure there was, but I don't think it was a dollar store. I mean,
It's probably something else.
Because
It was a 99-cent store.
5 and 10. It's 5 and 10. That's
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Well,
$1 was big back then. A big number back then. That was expensive back then.
Well, no. At that time, when we go to 5 and 10, that's my parents' time.
Yeah.
5 and 10 stores. Like, yeah, $1 is big back then. Do you know my dad used to work 40 hours and make $60 for pay for the week?
Woof.
But gas was like
Everything was a lot cheaper.
30 cents. A hamburger was 10 cents. Cheeseburger was 15 cents. Like,
where are those prices now?
well, it's exact. See, this is the problem. Is it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because it lands up always bouncing back. Like, everyone says they need to make blah 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 money, but at the end of the day, as soon as you make blah blah money, all the items go up. So it lands up being all the same thing anyway. Like, if you went back in time and went to $1, our new, like, for example, I always say the new $20 is a new, in my day, was the $5. Because I remember going to the movies, and I could go to the movies, buy a drink, buy candy, and popcorn for under $10.
It's about 50 now.
Yeah, now you go, and I went with Shannon, and I felt like I had to remortgage the house twice.
Right.
Because we saw
At
two
least.
movies. You know? And we're like, do you want popcorn? And we're like,
Obviously.
yeah, all right, let's sell one of the kids.
Is that where Marin went?
Sex trafficking gave us the best, so we got butter on it. That's actually
Perfect.
not funny. That's actually not funny. That's actually not. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's what we do here. And there's so many things that, like, I remember going to the movie. And the other thing is, I remember more kids hanging out. I never see kids hanging out nowhere now. Like, what do they do? Do they hang out?
Yeah.
They're at the park. No.
No, they're actually back at the malls and at the
That's a good thing. I just don't see
At,
them.
you know, the Market Basket Plaza?
No, yeah.
Yeah. They like run in the streets. They're not even in the stores.
So they're not even in a proper mall. They don't know there's inside malls you can go to.
But they'll like run around the parking lot and almost get hit.
So they're not. So we need to.
Yeah,
we
and
need to,
actually they'll go in like Five Below over there and
Yeah.
just like the employees are so annoyed by them because they like I was talking to
they
an
don't buy
employee, but
them, yeah.
well, it's not even that they're not buying it. They just like throw things around, like the
Yeah.
balls are like being bounced, and they're like, "Please don't do that." And
This
they're
is
like,
actually a lesson that I'm actually. This is exactly what the lesson I'm trying to teach. Talon, which is Shannon's son, is we've lost empathy somewhere, and I feel like he's 16, so all his gripes that he has, I tell him. First of all, first thing I say is, I hear you. I hear the words you're saying, and I totally understand where you're coming from. Because I do. Because I see me as 16. And I see the big pie, but I can see he only sees this.
yeah,
Because guess what? I saw the same thing.
mm-hmm.
And now I bet you go, yeah, I see what you say. Because you've learned.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Ashley's learned. And other people learned about that little slice of pie that you're so convinced is the whole pie. Because you haven't taken a step back, because no one shows you the whole pie.
Right.
So I was talking to him and I said, okay, well, he was saying certain things that made sense, and I said, okay, now let's take a step back and go from my view here. And all of a sudden, once you do that, someone goes, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, but I feel like somewhere, and I'm not trying to say everybody, or I'm not trying to say parents are failing. I don't know. I just think it's a society thing. We're just not taking the moment and saying, what about this? I feel like this world between our phones, between Amazon, and I'm unfortunately have to say them, is because I feel like if you say you want A should be here in 2 days, 3 days, a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it should be here. And if it's not here, then there's all this hell to pay. And in reality, when you listen to the people and you say, well, there's only, I'm hand making this and I'm doing this, or we're talking about dog grooming or doing hair, and you're like, well, you're going to take 20 minutes to color my hair, do my nails, and you're like, no, I got like 3 hours. And they're like, what are you talking about, 3 hours? Well, yeah, I got to color your hair. That doesn't take 2 minutes. And, I also feel, speaking of the same thing, is when people say to me all the time, can you give me a ride to Walgreens? It's just 2 minutes away. No, it's not. It's never 2 minutes away.
Because then you have to go in there.
Walgreens is 10 minutes away. That's me just driving there. That's not you getting out. That's not you walking around. That's not you buying whatever you need to buy. And then it's 10 minutes back. So now I'm already 20 minutes without you even getting out of the car. So no, it's not 2 minutes away. But people are so convinced it's only 2 minutes away. And they don't, because they're not paying attention to the time. And then it's like, well, it's just down the street. Well, it's not down the street. Yeah. Even me going to Clements, and I know people who, and I know Ashley will know, but it's not 2 minutes away. It's never 2 minutes away.
Right.
The whole procedure is not 2 minutes. It's always 20 minutes. It could be 10 minutes, depends on, and I don't think people understand it. And I think they've lost some of the empathy towards people who actually do stuff, and we're not Amazon. We don't have something that's, we don't have new hair and new makeup, a new thing just sitting on the shelf. We just go, okay, you're done. We can't do that.
We're not the Jetsons.
I can't tell you how many people drop off their pups and say, can you get this dog? Can I have to come back in an hour? No, that's not how our procedures go. We try to keep it stress-free for the pup. We do A first, and then we do B, and they get a bath, and they get air circulators, not hair
And anal
blowers.
sex takes a little bit more. Make sure they're properly done.
And it takes too long. It takes a procedure. And they go, well, somebody else does it. Da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, because I'm sure they have a big blower, a heat dryer. They're blowing it out. They're okay. And that's okay. I'm not saying they're doing it wrong. They just do it differently. we try to keep the dog stress free so he wants to come back. Like, that's how we think of things. But people are like, well, can't you be in 5 minutes? People don't get it. And I don't know if it's our kids. I don't know what's happening in the world. But, you know, just because your pie is... Just because you can see the pie doesn't mean you can see the whole pie. Because I always feel like there's my pie, there's our state pie, there's the government pie, and then on top of that, there's the world pie, which I never get to see. Like, I feel like we never see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we will go all the way back down, and then I always feel like when you go all the way back down to personal, you have your own pie. I have my pie. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the things we have to worry about. And then on the same thing, because we're two separate people living two separate lives. You're married. I'm with the boy. Like, you know, like we're living lives. So there's always all these separate pies. One of the biggest pie that I always question about is, you know how there's a ocean, I mean, like a continent of garbage floating? And I always love how America, like, it's not even near us. It's not even near our waters. But yet, we're always talking about it. And I'm always like, okay, I 100% agree with this. I'm 100%, I am. Even the straw that I take one sip of water and it falls all apart, I still...
Paper ones.
I still will suck it up. But how about India, who's throwing out all their garbage? How about China, who keeps throwing their garbage? Because no matter how much we do, if they're going to do their thing, it's still going to be there. So why are people acting like we're... Yes, we are not helping the cause, but we're not the only one. And until the world's on the same page, that's going to be there, and I'm not going to keep cleaning up somebody else's mess. Especially if... What happens when everything changes? What happens when we stop making gas-motored everything, and everything is what you want it to be, but India, China, and other countries are all using diesel like they are, or you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Are you going to go to their country and stop that? No. There's always that little piece of me going, don't you not see the whole pie? The world pie hurts my brain. No, it does. Because I always just think to myself, like, everybody has 1,000 different rules. And each place has its rules. Like, I always love, do you know in certain countries that if you're a 13-year-old young lady, you can get married? That's disgusting. And I'll go, okay, all right, yeah, I don't know if it's disgusting, but I 13 seems young. Yeah, we should stop it. Well, no, that's not our country. Like, I love them to change, but that's not our... That's like me going into your house saying, you know, I don't like cats. Get rid of these guys. You know, like, you would never do that.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't mind cats, but, you know.
You're like, no, first of all, I do. What?
A little skeeved. No, but...
Too much pussy.
I'm in a gay house. But I always just sit back and I go, where's the bigger picture of things and what's going on? And where does the buck stop? Like, where do we finish? And we go right back to where does the little kid, because of all these big things, that's why I think sometimes a little kid is able to get away with, I want to be a cat. Or 7th graders who want to be furries. What? I do have a question, and we do really need to look this up. Like, probably next live we'll talk about, like, not talk about, but just throw out right in the very beginning. What is a child furry? Because when I Google it, I only get adults. And of course I'm like, okay, well, 7th graders aren't doing this.
Yeah. We're hoping.
Because if they're doing this in school, then kitty litter is the least of our problems.
I remember that course.
Best
Sex ed is different these days.
Best ever. I can't. This is better than gym. Does this count as gym? I get dressed every day.
Perfect.
These are the little things that I just go, when is it enough? When does the line go? And I know people are like, well, why does it have to be a line? Okay. And I just threw the big one at you. So you're gonna keep cleaning somebody else's mess? Because if everything comes, that's why I always say, like, everyone keeps saying to me, "Can you believe this world? Can you believe what this world's coming to? Can you believe this world?" And I go, "Yeah, just let it go." Because we're going to get to a point where everyone's going to say, Now what? Because you're never going to be happy.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do, if I call you they, if I call you it, if I call you George, if I call whatever it is, the next person, the next generation, the next group of kids will hate everything you did. Just like you hate everything I did, just like I hate everything my parents did. Like, and we will tell you the same thing. Our parents says, well, when you're in charge, then you can do whatever you want with this planet. And when you're in charge, that's when you're in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We're trying to get the other generation, because the boomers are still, they're all like in their 70s now, but they still have all the power because they're seniority in Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Am I boring you? I can tell the yawns like,
No, I mean, I'm just trying to follow.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Shocks. It shocks. I don't know. This is where I feel really old. Like, am I old, or am I just being realistic? Because this is where I question. Because your generation, especially you and Brian, seem to really kind of rub off on me the right way. No, rub off on the whole way of, like, being sensitive and understanding. Because I've always had gay friends, but I've never had gay friends like you guys are. Mm-hmm. Because my gay friends are, I don't know, very comfortable with themselves, very secure with themselves. I'm not saying you guys aren't, but there's no, I'm a gay guy, I remember one of the best lines one of my friends used to say, there was a guy riding, and he was walking with me, and he goes, oh, see that guy? And I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of knew him. I was like, I know him. I've met him once or twice. He goes, he gives us fags a bad name. Like, and we walked away. We just laughed, and that was the end of it. I feel like now you say that, and it was like, that's not funny. Why would you say that? Like, it's more sensitive. I respect that, but
I do think that the world's a lot more sensitive than before.
Good or bad, though?
Both.
Okay.
I think we're too sensitive about some things, but
the wrong things or the right things? How's that?
Certain things.
Okay. No. For me, I one thing I don't like that I think we're too sensitive about. I respect it. I live with it. I don't say anything. In my heart, I know it's not politically correct. I'm sorry to everybody that will send. No one's going to send a hate mail. No one watches us.
Ashley's going to send.
She's like, that Niles. I hate him. He's annoying. Is that we're so sensitive over words. Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm not a big word. You can call me anything you want. Like, you can say anything you want. This is words. I don't have to like you.
Daddy.
Yes.
Except for that word.
I practically am your dad. I think you see me more than you see your dad. I don't know.
Kind
of. Yeah, but in the way as, like, there's certain words that people get so offended by, and I would just sit back and go, hey, there's a tone that should be. It shouldn't be words. It's tones. Like, I remember Brian writing something about being really scared being a gay man in this era. And I'm like, I hear it. I respect it. I'm processing it. But I lived in the 80s where I remember the coolest thing to do was a bunch of straight men go to gay bars and beat the hell out of everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, sailors used to go to gay bars and fight. They don't do that now. Now, obviously, there are some sick people who shoot, and that's disgusting. I do I don't even promote the fighting, but I always just go, this was okay. This is not okay. Even the world, not everybody. Too many of us said, that's wrong. There's no reason for a guy to go in and shoot up a gay. They were minding their own business, doing that. Why would you even harass them?
See,
not that if you weren't minding your business, you should have, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
I think it's a scary time to be anything in this world. I don't think it's necessarily like gay, because you could be purple, you could be black, you could be like anything, and people are not going to like you for whatever reason. You could look weird one day, and it's like,
that's the weird thing, because I feel like
I can tell you right now, I feel safer being gay now than I would if I was born in your time.
Yeah.
Because I'm respect. I get, or like the...
Not the shuns and looks.
Yeah.
You get...
Like, I'm okay to be open about who I am.
Right.
I did tell you that I am scared to tell people sometimes.
There are some people. They're always ignorant people.
Yeah.
They're always ignorant people.
And
no matter who they are.
They don't have to be in my life.
They don't have to be. Like, that's the part that I don't get. God, if I wish that this went to more people sometimes. Because I'd be like, listen, it's not all about... you don't need to be friends with everyone. Mm-hmm. Not everyone has to like you. Yeah. You just need, like, 4 friends in your life. Me, personally, 1 good friend. I need 1 or 2 good friends in my life that are just there. That's all I need. Mm-hmm. And I don't need anybody else because I don't care what you all say. I like to do what I do. You don't like it, go pound sand. Like, I'll do, it's funny because I put up a tree and one of my, my gay friend, Lou, writes to me and says, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine, why?" He's like, "Your tree is so sad." And I was like, that's kind of like the thought of it. Like, it's kind of funny to me. Like, I look at my tree and I laugh, and literally, I know you guys haven't seen it if you're on Facebook, but...
Can I just tell you, I laughed so hard. Did you need a ladder to put it up?
Oh, I know. Got Shannon's daughter. I took all day to...
to get it, and I almost... I didn't comment in time to catch, like, oh, you took all day, huh? To get it up.
Did you see that? And then she... kick ladder, the step stool, like that's Shannon's youngest daughter who likes to give me a lot of gripe. It's all I love, but she likes to bust on me.
That was my favorite comment.
And if you don't know, her whole Shannon's side is very tall, and I'm short, so it is what it is. So
you're taller than me, so that's all.
They all make fun of me being short constantly. There's always a ladder joke, pygmy joke, but. This is a situation where, like I'm a pygmy. You know, it is what it is. Like, I always love when people, like, I'm like, hey, listen, you think I went in line and was like, oh, where's the short body? Oh, yeah, I want that one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to be fat too. Can I get that included? Like, nobody does that.
Right.
We all kind of get what we get, and we got to just accept things. You got to laugh at yourself a little bit. I know this world isn't like that anymore. Like, we can't laugh at ourselves.
I laugh at myself every day.
I laugh constantly. I don't take.
Because if I don't, I cry. Just kidding.
No, actually, that is my defense.
Crying?
Oh, no,
I mean laughing.
Laughing. Like, if you put me in the worst situation, I'm joking inappropriately.
Same.
Like inappropriately in the way as the situation. Like it's like, are you really gonna tell that joke right now and be like, yes. I need to. Like I need to. Like I need to find the funny in this, or like. I guess I'll have a breakdown. Like, so I need to be funny. Like, so
you tell jokes at your parents' funeral.
And
this guy.
Literally, I would. Would. The best funeral I've ever seen was Ricky Gervais. I think it's his father. No, his father passed on. So Ricky, his older brother, gave all the priests all the wrong names to each son. Said that says that she was like a racist, but she's not a priest. Like, I don't think I should say that. Like, just said the most horrible things. And then as he's reading it, everyone was laughing because it was all not even close to the father or mother, whatever it was. Yeah. And they were all laughing, and I was just like, that's great.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a bad thing. And I know, I'll be like that. I would just be like, oh, thank God she was a nasty. Like I just would joke. And my mom would just be like, really now? My funeral, you're gonna joke? You're gonna be like, just how I have to be because, I know inside of me I'll be like breaking, but I don't know. I always try to think of like good times with people. Like that's one of my big thing. I went to one funeral with my grandmother's, and I promised myself that was really hard on me. And I just kind of was like, I'll never get that down again. Like, I just couldn't. And I've never really bounced back. So I've always been like, when other people have kind of passed on, I've had best friends pass on that we were 15. It was really hard. And I just kind of like, try to joke about it. I'm serious at the point, but I joke about it. Like, and it kind of gets me through things.
Yeah.
Life's too short, so.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, everyone's like, oh, you're so sweet, you're so nice. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm not.
I can testify to that.
It's like I'm like, well, life's too short. Like I don't want to be unhappy all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, like I have my days, but everyone does. You can't have your goods without your bads.
I find when I talk to you guys, and you guys always say like, "Oh, I should do stand up," or like what have you, of like it's just me living life, and it's me.
It's the way you put it. Though.
It's the way I live my life. It's the way I think of things. Like I'm like, because I literally like even at the light show, like I really want to be behind the people like, God, just move over. Like one person, just one line, just give me a room, just let me go. Like I'm not asking to run 100 miles per hour. Just give me a little room. Yeah. No, it's always that one person who's kind of like, and I'm okay. Like my parents, they took their time because my parents in the 70s, they walk slow. I don't have a problem. Just move because when the old people can't move, then you know you're going too slow.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's the end of this one. Miss Ashley, I'm sorry, she logged out. She was like,
she's out. Peace out. She lost. She had. Okay. I had a stroke. Nope, we're good.
Okay.
Thanks, Goofy.
Thanks, Goofy Geek Boutique, and don't forget you can message them to get your penis glitter. And hopefully Brian will model it. Wait a minute, no, that's not how it's supposed to go.
I'll model it.
Now that's inappropriate.
All right, see you later.
We'll see you next time. We'll see you on Tuesday on YouTube, and we'll see you on the Goofy Geek After Dark.
I'm still here.
On Thursday.
It's just our auto. It's an auto.
It's an auto. Bye, Ashley.